We're back again with
Yeah.
another monthly recap. So again, just in case this is the first time you're watching these type of videos, we started doing one of this every month to
Hmm.
talk about additional thoughts,
Yeah.
as well as like
Afterthoughts.
exactly
How the
responses
movie's
to
sitting with
comments.
us.
Yeah, of movies that we watched,
Yeah.
or no, movies that was released last month,
Yes.
not watched. Because
Yeah.
usually the stuff we watched last month is probably out like a couple of weeks later. So stuff that
Yeah.
was released on YouTube last month.
That's actually really important to say because uh the time that goes by from when we
Mm.
like watch something, from when it's released, from when we talk about it, it's like actually a
Hmm.
pretty good chunk of time. So
Yeah,
a
it's like a
lot of
month.
a lot of this
Yeah.
recap is like, okay, remind me what that movie was about again.
Yeah. Okay. So should we start on the first movie of
Okay.
August?
Of August. The first
Yes.
movie that we watched in the month of August is so special.
God.
So special. Napoleon Dynamite. Oh,
Yeah. Yeah.
you
Yeah.
you weird little movie. Like I can't get over it.
It's so
Um
lovable.
it really is. And the thing I take from it the most is
Mm.
I think they're very like easy, simple, like comedic timing. Like
Hmm.
it was very relaxed but very effective. Like the timing everyone had. And I guess it's probably like, good job editors too, like of like giving those characters that the air to like
Hmm.
I don't know, yeah, it's so good.
Yeah. It captured awkwardness so well, and
Yeah.
it was awkward in a fun way for me because like I get really like secondhand embarrassment
Yeah.
is pretty strong for me,
Oh my
and
god.
like
Secondhand embarrassment.
yeah.
I third party embarrassment is where my mind went. I couldn't remember the actual thing. Okay. Yeah. Secondhand
Um,
embarrassment.
yeah, and that's why like I love Ricky Gervais, creations, but his shows are so difficult to watch for me
Oh.
because he really plays on like secondhand embarrassment. But this one, it's a bit different. The awkwardness, the yeah, the embarrassment, I don't really feel it. Maybe except for like the post credit scene where that's the singing.
Oh.
Because that just went on for so long.
Yeah, that was
Um,
bad.
Yeah, but the
Uh,
rest of it, maybe it's because the characters were so out there, maybe because they were so bizarre
mm-hmm.
that there was less connectivity between them and me, if that makes
Right.
sense.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
But one thing a lot of people brought up
Mm-hmm.
is it's definitely not in the 80s as you thought it was.
Yeah, whoops.
Because, well, there's one thing that even I didn't think about, which is why would there be chat rooms in the 80s?
Right.
Which is where,
Yeah, no, I saw all those comments too. That makes a lot of sense. It makes a lot of
yeah.
sense. Like middle of nowhere or just a little
Hmm.
behind the times.
People's fashions were stuck in the 80s, but
Yeah,
not
yeah.
the movie doesn't take place in the 80s. Yeah, there's
Which
no
I think
S.
is, I mean, now that I know that, that's hilarious that they did that.
Yeah.
That's
That
really
makes
great.
sense too, because yeah, super small town probably would have that.
Yeah. There was an Instagram video of a young kid who, for like his talent show at school, dressed up as
Mm.
Napoleon Dynamite and learned the
Oh.
dance like fully and was so good. It was, yeah, so cool.
Yeah, yeah. I what I am surprised by though, considering how good this movie was and how popular it seems to be,
Mm-hmm.
based on just people's comment about the time when it came out.
Yeah.
I'm very surprised we haven't seen anything else with the lead actor that played Napoleon,
Yeah.
John
Yeah. Um,
Hader. I don't know. Yeah,
it's weird. Where'd he
yeah.
go? What's he doing?
Well, okay. So I'm looking at his IMDb now.
Mm-hmm.
It looks like the late 2000s was not a good time for him.
Oh.
There's a lot of very poorly rated. It looks like direct to TV, maybe
Oh.
kind of things. So I'm not sure what happened. Oh, he's done a lot of children's stuff actually, like a lot of voices for kids.
Oh, interesting.
Uh, yeah, like Veggie Tale level of kids stuff.
Oh.
Yeah. Which, by the way,
Oh.
who? Why would you? People rate those like super low, but they're for kids.
That's
They're for
so funny.
toddlers, right?
But yeah.
Which means it's gotta be just adults going, this is shit. I don't know why.
Wait, that's so funny. Yeah, because kids aren't going online and rating their TV shows.
Exactly. Yeah. If they
Oh my
see
god.
like VeggieTale is for toddlers, right? It's for like
Yeah.
really, really young children. Yeah. They just care that it's colorful.
That's so funny.
Okay. Should we move on to the next one?
Let's move on.
Your favorite genre.
Yeah. The bestest genre of all the genres.
Yeah. Paranormal Activity.
Yeah, this is a little this is a weird one.
Yeah. We should have done this after you moved to a big empty house in the middle of nowhere.
No. I'm already scared, and I without watching the things.
Like
This,
you mean just like in life in general?
yeah. So, god damn this movie. Like it was manageable for like 95% of the time. 95% of the time we're like, this guy's a dick. Support your girlfriend. Take her seriously. Don't be a dick. Oh, you're being a dick. And then
Yeah.
and then like the end is just insane.
Yeah.
Like-
Apparently that wasn't the ending.
No?
With the body being thrown at the camera and then her jumping at the camera.
Are you
Apparently
serious?
That was a reshoot. Yeah. Apparently
Oh.
like test audio. Oh no. I think Spielberg someone said told them to do a new ending cuz like okay, I'm trying to remember what people said. The original ending they had was Katie kills whatever the guy Micah? Something
Yeah,
like that?
yeah.
Kills the boyfriend. And then just like the footage just speeds up because she just sits there frozen until like days passed. And then cops come in and shoot her.
Whoa.
Yeah. Apparently that's like the ending, the original ending, which it sounds a lot better to me. That sounds even scarier.
Yeah, it does like I think it's a different tone. It'll end on a different tone, but like it's definitely I think that's better. Yeah, I think it's
Yeah, I think I would have liked that better if she just have her just the camera stay with her and she sits there for days.
yeah. But
Yeah.
no, there are some issues there because if he's not manning the camera, then who's changing like the battery? Or no, I guess it was plugged into the
It was plugged into a computer. Yeah.
yeah, but like how much space is on the computer? Then I start thinking about like
I mean, I think at that point of the movie, if you're watching it in real time, would you still be thinking about that? You know what I mean? You just watch someone murder someone else while
Yeah.
possessed.
yeah.
I don't know. But speaking of unbelievable parts, someone said the most unbelievable part of the movie is Katie keep going to bed in a tank top with a bra.
100%. 100%. That's outrageous. What are you doing?
Yeah.
You're
I can't.
you're not
Are
a
there
real
any women?
person who wears a bra if you don't take it off as soon as you can.
Yeah, it's such a unique idea, and again, it baffles me that the whole thing was just $15,000
Yeah.
and made like hundreds of millions or something crazy like that.
That is
so
so crazy.
that is definitely the best investment ever. Yeah.
I wonder how many like I don't know, studios or producers or whatever passed on it and then are now being like shit. We fucked up.
There's also a lot of information about Ouija boards because that was part of the movie.
Yeah.
Although not all the information. I mean, sorry, a lot of the information in the comments conflict with each other. So I think the most common one that I've seen is Ouija boards were originally meant to like for mentalists who thought it was a way to reach in within yourself,
Oh.
nothing to do with like ghosts and afterlife. It was mostly just
Interesting.
like what your inner self want to say.
Yeah.
But it eventually got fused together with other things like spiritualists.
Yeah.
But then other people say there are other versions of this in other culture going back thousands of years, which I'm not surprised by because
Yeah.
cultures often come up with same ideas, just in different formats. But and it's has since owned by, is it Mattel? Someone said
It is it's like a game. No, I think it's like,
it's a toy. It's marketed as a toy.
is it Hasbro or Mattel? Something,
It's,
one of
it's
those.
one of
like
those.
yeah.
One of those companies. Yeah,
Which
yeah,
is just crazy. So I used a Ouija board once with the senior girls basketball team when we were at someone's house, and it was interesting. Like I don't know if my memory is like betraying me or not, but I feel like there was a moment, like a true moment, we were all like, no, I swear to God, nobody moved it, and it moved. You know?
Okay. Yeah.
But of course, it was like a bunch of teenage girls. Are they really reliable? I don't know.
Yes, teenage girls, famously the most reliable, non-lying group of people ever.
Wow. Were you lied to, George?
When I was in high school, by girls. Oh man! All right, let's move on to the next movie.
Yeah, the next movie that we watched in August was Zoolander. So that exists. That's
that was, different level, or no, not different level, different type of comedy from Napoleon Dynamite. Absolutely.
Totally. Yeah.
Possibly the dumbest character we've ever seen on this channel, I think.
Ooh.
Even dumber than Dumb and Dumber.
That 100%. He's dumber than
Dumb and Dumber.
Lloyd and
Yeah.
Harry.
Yes,
right?
Lloyd and Harry.
Nailed
Harry and
it.
Lloyd. Yes.
Yes. God, I'm good.
Yeah.
I'm a genius.
Yeah, I think he's definitely the dumbest, just because of how unaware he is, no matter how many times people explain things to him. One of my favorite things, like trivia people told us though, is that like near the end at that graveyard scene when he's talking to David Duchovny, about like male models being assassins or something like that, and David Duchovny explains the whole thing, and then he goes, "So while male model, apparently just Ben Stiller didn't listen."
Yeah,
he just said it again.
Oh my God, it was really funny. Hot take. So many hot takes over here at Cinebinge. Ooh-wee. So many.
Yeah.
Yeah, I had a really great time with that movie.
Yeah. The one bit of trivia the viewers gave us, that made it sour the movie a little bit for me, was that the masseuse, which I thought was really, really funny, was actually the terrible person that is Andy Dick, which is kind of unfortunate.
No. That sucks. Yeah. I didn't know that.
Yeah, that soured it a little bit, just because I thought like that character's makeup was so outrageous. It was so great.
It could have been anybody.
Yeah, and like fly swapping the moving dick was just
it's
so
pretty funny. Oh man, yeah, I saw there was an episode of Voyager I watched yesterday that had Andy Dick in it, and I was like, Meh.
Yeah, no,
bummer.
This is not a good person. Having David Bowie judge the walk off,
that was
I think it was
great.
very fitting, because that man was a fashion icon for sure.
Yes.
So having him do that was perfect.
Also, David Duchovny was a pretty cool surprise. That was pretty great.
The last shot of him with his glass shattering. You idiot! And that was it. That's his last line in the movie.
Yeah. So good. So good.
Oh man. Yeah, okay. I mean, that's it. I don't know. Is there anything to talk about? It's a pretty straightforward movie.
Yeah.
Two idiots saving the president or prime minister of
Malaysia.
There you go. Next one is Rumble in the Bronx.
Nice.
Jackie Chan movie. I mean, yeah, it's it's looking at the stats of this movie of the video is one of the reason why we so rarely do Hong Kong movies, because it doesn't seem like a lot of people want to see it.
But I mean, I'm glad to have watched it. I mean, Jackie Chan in a onesie, sign me up.
Yeah, that counterbalanced a lot against the terrible acting by some.
Oh my god! I think I'm like anyone who spoke like English as their first language was just really bad. It was just I don't like I think it was so over the top, and it wasn't. I think it was the voice dubbing that did it.
That too, yeah.
I think that's what made it feel a bit off.
It was so awkward, and some of the things, like, I think it's just original language didn't translate well.
Yeah.
Like for that kid to like try to sell his sister.
Yeah, that was messed up.
That was really awkward. But I think I know the phrase that they were trying to say, or the writer or director was thinking of.
Yeah.
You know, like it sounds a lot more reasonable in Cantonese. So I think that may be what that was. I don't know.
Okay. Oh yeah, the sister.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There is something about these over the top cheeseball acting in a Jackie Chan movie, though, because like it kind of fits. Do you know what I mean?
I think that as like tonally, you can get away with over the top stuff as long as it. Like I don't know what makes it work and what makes it doesn't, but like there are over the top things that just work.
Mm-hmm.
And it's fun. And then there's over the top things that kind of make you go, oh, that's not doing it. Like you're missing the mark a little bit. But yeah,
because I think with this one it does work, because like the film itself, even the story, it's not that dramatic. Like, yes, the stakes were like, you know, people's lives and kidnapped and blah blah blah, but it was done in such a silly way, you know, like the big set piece of that grocery store being completely destroyed.
Yeah,
it ends with Anita Moy on the toilet.
Yeah, that was probably my favorite part.
Yeah, while half the building collapsed. Like, yeah, you know, so having some cheeseball acting scenes, I think, was fine.
Yeah, I do think that there's like, I guess I wanted a little more consistency with like that moment, like, because because a lot of the like serious stuff with the gangsters and the chasing and all that stuff felt like serious. It felt like legitimately there's high stakes going on. So yeah, I don't know.
The Game Gear with no cartridge.
Oh yeah, that's bad. That is so bad. I wonder if there's anyone. I wonder who worked on that movie. That like who's like props, I guess. Like that are like, whoops, like are still today being like.
You know, it might have been just like a props guy that's like older at the time,
right?
You know, so is completely unfamiliar with gaming systems, and probably the director just said, just like go to like a secondhand store, just pick me up something for the kid.
Oh, that's so funny.
Right?
Yeah,
I can imagine it's probably something like that. Yeah. Incidentally, just like I was gonna talk about this during the video, but I couldn't find a point to inject this little story tangent.
Yeah.
Anita Moy, the actress that played the store owner, who passed away in like 2000 and something, I can't remember, like really young.
Oh,
really young. She died really young, but she was like a mega star in Hong Kong and just like in Southeast Asia in general.
Yeah.
And her life is fascinating. Anybody who doesn't know, you should go watch it. I think Simon Whistler did a really good video about her life, but she was so famous and so liked by everybody, but she also kind of indirectly caused a triad war, gang war in Hong Kong.
Wait. How did she die?
No, she died. She died from, I think, ovarian cancer. Or something like
okay.
that.
Okay.
Not great neither. But
no, but not gang related. Okay, just checking. Just checking. You tell that story, you have to ask.
Yeah, it's a whole thing. It's a fascinating story. I suggest everybody go check it out because her life is just intense.
Wow.
Yeah, that's all.
That's a good story. That's really intense. Yeah, I'm definitely going to go check that out.
Oh, and part of the reason is because in the 90s, 80s and 90s, a lot of the lower budget, like B-list and C-list movies out of Hong Kong were completely funded by the Triad just because, it was a way to launder money essentially. So it's kind of impossible to be in that world at that time without having some connection to crime, essentially.
Crazy. Okay, the next movie that we watched in August. Oh my god, oh my god, oh my god, oh my god. It was Spider-Verse. I loved it so freaking much. Holy shit.
The first one, Into the Spider-Verse, yeah.
Yes. Oh my god. What is there to say about, like, it's just like everything. It's just so cool.
Yes, it was beautiful. The music was amazing.
Yeah, like, so for me personally, I love animated movies. Like, I go back and like dig out like Disney movies. I love animated movies so much. Like, they're so great. But this was animated like on the best drugs in the world. Like, it's stuff that I've never ever seen before. And it's just it's just so awesome because it's really like, so in live action stuff, you're relying on these like, real people to display real emotion and real connection and all this stuff. And in animation, you have all these other ways to make people feel things. And this movie did such a cool, like, it just did it in such an awesome way. I just can't even, I don't even know.
Yeah, the art style and everything was just... One of my favorite shots of that whole movie is Miles' leap of faith. You know, that one where he jumped and then like the movie goes upside down. Someone said that the script described that shot with the city upside down as Miles isn't falling through frame, he's rising.
Whoa.
Even though he technically jumped, yeah. Which,
that's
like, it's
so cool. I just got goosebumps.
It's that's so good. That one shot was just beautiful. But of course, that one was new only to you because we wanted to do this quickly so that we can get to the second one, which turned out to be the first half.
Oh my god.
We'll talk about that later. I don't know if that was in August as well.
No, it wasn't.
Next month. But okay.
But yeah, Spider-Verse.
Yeah.
I do have to just talk about one of my favorite little moments, the tiniest little moment of all time. It's just like the really cute, like, little chunky spider cheeks when he bit him. Like, it's just little, like, it was just so cute. Anyway,
what was that noise?
I don't know. But the spider cheeks.
Yeah, spider cheeks. Yeah,
so adorable. Because they remind me of like cat cheeks when my cat Maggie is all like riled up and her whiskers, like the things that hold her whiskers, her little cat cheeks are all poofy. Anyway. Yeah.
Okay. What else? Oh, the relationship between Miles and his dad.
Oh my god.
That line, "I love you, you don't have to say it back," between the door.
Oh. Yeah.
That was gut-wrenching.
Seriously.
Yeah. Because, it was just everything leading up to it. The fact that he actually couldn't speak because of the web on his mouth. The fact that he wanted to say it but didn't know how. And the fact that the dad took it as a different meaning. And just...
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm sorry. As I was describing that, you know what ran through my head?
What?
All the things you said running through my head. This stupid ass song.
I like that song. All the things you said, running through my head, running through my brain.
No.
Anyway.
Now it's stuck in everyone's
all day.
mind.
You're welcome. I mean, there's nothing bad you could say about Spider-Verse. I dare someone to come at us with a legitimate, like, thing that they didn't like about Spider-Verse.
Next one. Let's go to the next thing.
Yeah.
The next thing released in August. Actually, it feels like a long time ago.
It feels like ages ago.
It was filmed even longer ago because we had to pre-do this movie so that you had room to move.
Yeah, I think a lot of these were...
As in moving home, not like physically wriggling.
That's so weird. Donnie Darko.
Yes, Donnie Darko.
Yeah. which I loved. I love this movie. It was so cool.
This was so unique.
Yeah, like I still don't really know what happened. Or like not what happened, but like why. I still don't know why. Like we've got okay. So he learned how to time travel, right?
Kinda.
From the old lady. And at like once and after everything transpired, he's like, it's actually better if this happens, and then it stops for all this stuff from happening. Yeah, I'm so sorry, everybody.
There it is. You should write for the movie summaries.
How many times have you and people been like, yeah, we should definitely get Simone to do that because she's so dumb. It's so dumb, it's funny.
No.
Yeah, that's what you all mean.
It's not dumb. We all have verbal diarrhea every once in a while.
I don't like. Okay, I'm not the only one, but I have a very hard time moving the things that are going on in my head to my mouth and like saying things properly and how I want them to, like what I'm trying even now. God damn it.
I think it's because you cut yourself off.
My brain cuts me off.
But you are your brain. It's the same thing. It's not a separate being.
But what if it were?
Okay. Let's actually find
hold on.
something
I
about
just
what this
realized
movie-
something. Flower Films is the production company.
Okay.
That's Drew Barrymore's production company.
What if Drew Barrymore is just one of those people that like you dig far enough and she just in everything actually in some way?
Ooh, I bet you there's people out there like that.
New conspiracy theory. Drew Barrymore actually built the pyramids.
It was really cool to see like a very young Jake Gyllenhaal. Because I knew that he had been acting for a long time, but I haven't seen any of his old movies, so that was kind of cool. Like I think the scene at the dinner table with him and his actual sister fighting each other was so good. It was so good. And I love insults that are unique like that. That you're just like, you're putting these words together that just creates this like, what did you just say? Like, I know you're insulting me, but what the fuck did you just say? I love it so much.
Oh man. Yeah. Weird thing. So the teacher that like we both wanted to slap the shit out of because she was just the worst.
Yeah.
You know? Like I doubt your commitment to Sparkle something. Sparkle Motion? Is it Sparkle
The
Motion?
dance group? I can't remember.
Yeah, Sparkle Motion. Yeah.
Okay.
So the teacher that we like both really hated.
Yeah.
You know, sometimes I doubt your commitment to Sparkle Motion. Or whatever. That actress, somebody pointed out, her name is Beth Grant, and she's actually in a ton of movies, and we've actually seen her a few times as like side characters.
Oh. I mean, I recognize her from one thing.
Yeah?
She's in an episode of Friends where Phoebe finds a thumb in a can of pop and like gets a bunch of money because like the soda company is like, we're sorry about the thumb you found in the pop can. And then she's like the lady plays like a homeless woman, and Phoebe gives her like all her money, and then she calls Phoebe weird girl.
Okay. You're just determined to put us friends thing in every video, are you?
Yes, I am.
All right, sure.
I will succeed. I will prevail.
Your homework every time you film this is to watch Friends. Yeah.
No, it just see, this is the thing, is it just comes up naturally.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Anyway, what else is she in? What did we see her in that we
that
missed?
was the thing I was trying to say.
Yeah, we're coming back to you. Don't worry.
Yeah. Okay.
I haven't forgotten about you.
So she was the panicky lady in Speed, the one that like had a hard time crossing from one bus to another.
Yeah, holy shit.
Apparently that character's name was Helen, but
wow.
She was also Carla Jean's mother in No Country for Old Men.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Okay.
So like just random side characters all over the place.
But like, how amazing is that? That's so cool. I love that so much because like to be able to kind of like disappear into whatever role, because I'm sorry I didn't recognize her except for from Friends. Because I've literally watched that episode like a million times.
Sure.
So it's I don't know, I find it really cool that like you can just like disappear into these movies. Not disappear as in like where you're not noticed, but like you're not going to be like, hey, that's that lady, because she's just who she is in this thing, and it's great.
Yeah, it's great. Yeah, because like there are definitely actors, even leading or supporting actors, where we're like, or even side characters, that when they show up, you recognize the face and the actor first instead of the character.
Yeah, totally.
Yeah, which she clearly does a better job. Yeah.
Yeah.
And, I mean, she has a staggering 241 credits.
That's insane. That's so many roles.
All right, continue.
Yes. The next one.
Oh yeah, I love this one.
Was released in the month of August. Was War Games.
That was so
surprising. Good. Yeah, what a treat. What a like. Oh man, that was a nice film.
I learned so much from the comments of this video. At least from those who were nice about it. But I did not know that like that was like an original, essentially analog modem. That we kept asking what the hell that was.
That's crazy. That was very, very cool. But so like aside from like the cool gadgety stuff in this movie, like the movie as a whole was so perfectly paced.
Yes.
Like it was just great. It was so great.
That was one of the greatest endings for a lot of films. Just like the tic-tac-toe sequence. Like of all things to make so tense, tic-tac-toe was not one that I thought would be like a tense setup, you know?
Oh, yeah, I love that movie.
Yeah, that was so good. And the idea that the only the only winning move is to not play or something. Yeah. It describes war really well. There is a lot of debates also about the start. For one thing, we both misunderstood that it was just a test, but we thought like, oh god, it's a good thing they didn't start it. But I'm still of the side, like I totally get it. I understand the you need people to take orders, and that's the whole point. And yada yada yada. Maybe I'm just living in an idealistic kumbaya world, but I don't know. Or maybe because I recently reread World War Z, and the line "beholden to your conscience" first stuck with me, because that's just still what I think. It's take orders, but beholden to your conscience, right? And like again, because I think what I was talking about is if we reached a point where the nukes are flying everywhere anyways, which means the person turning the key is about to die.
Yeah.
At that point, I feel like I mean, I can totally understand the want for like, I'm going down anyways, I might as well throw my punch. I get it.
Right. Yeah. But like,
yeah.
In that moment, I feel like it's too separated from like the actual thing. It's not like a one-on-one, one punch, I'm going to take you down with me kind of thing. It's so like, I don't know. Yeah. It's very disconnected to me.
Yeah. I think for me, maybe that's probably why I'm not. I mean, that's one of the reasons why I would never be working in a position like that.
Yeah.
Is I don't think I would want to. I don't think I would want my last act to be one of mass destruction. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
If I knew I was going down anyways.
Yeah.
Shrek.
Yeah.
Holy crap, was this video popular. Good Lord.
It was one of our best performing videos in a very long time. So that was nice on the businessy side of things.
And everyone wanted you to sing more.
No, they don't. No.
Every comment is like, holy crap, Simone, sing more.
I'll sing in a future video. I won't tell you which one, so you have to watch them all.
Including old ones, because she might travel back in time to do it.
Yeah.
What if the Shrek singing is actually you traveling back in time to sing in Shrek?
Whoa! We'll never know.
Okay. My favorite thing, my favorite little random, I don't know if it's true or not, but
Okay.
it sounds possible
Okay.
for a thing for animators to do. The name Farquaad
Yes.
is a sly pun in the movie where it's close enough to fuckwad.
Totally. Totally. I would never have put those things together, but now that I hear it, yeah. Yeah.
Oh, I love it. I love it. I love it.
That's just so awesome because this movie is obviously for kids, but then like sprinkled in everywhere is like jokes for adults too. Like so
I mean, like, I don't know if it actually is for kids.
it's gotta be.
I don't know. It feels more like Simpsons to me, where like it's
Oh.
colorful enough to distract kids, but it's actually for the parents.
Interesting.
That's
Okay.
what, because like a lot of the references, most of the jokes were pretty adult. It was just dressed up in a funny, silly, cartoony, colorful way.
Yeah, that's fair.
I mean, like torturing the gingerbread man. Like,
Right. Okay. Well, actually, that brings up the thing that I need to talk about. In our video, I was talking about how like the Muffin Man song
yeah,
was actually like it's based on a serial killer,
right.
and everyone's like, "No, you're wrong," and I just have to say, no, because
You're all wrong.
no. Okay. So the Muffin Man, I'm reading this off of the old Googles, which of course is obviously the 100% truth all the time. Okay, so the Muffin Man is probably one of the most well-known nursery rhymes, but it was based on a real story. In the 1800s, a man by the name of Frederick Thomas Linwood was a serial killer, and so they created the nursery rhyme to warn people, like, because he did live on losing my voice. He did live on Drury Lane, like that's like a thing
Oh,
in the 1800s, and so they're like, "Do you know the Muffin Man? He lives on Drury Lane." Like,
wow.
yeah,
He was active long enough that they needed to make a nursery rhyme for new generations.
yeah,
That's crazy.
yeah. So that's all I have to say about that.
Okay. Okay, Forrest. Okay, so since we did another movie, I can't remember, something to do with J.J. Abrams, something like that recently.
Oh yeah,
So if you guys don't know this, and I was shocked by this because of how gross it looked, but J.J. Abrams actually directed the short test video
yeah,
for Shrek that had Chris Farley in it.
yeah.
And the design for Shrek in that one is like,
Weird.
oh God, he looked like something that came out of my nose when I was really sick.
That's gross. That's really gross. I think it was Mission Impossible 3.
Oh yeah, the third one, yeah. Which I guess, but it will not be available on YouTube for a while.
Oh.
So stay tuned for that, I guess. Yeah.
And I might sing in it. Just kidding.
Yeah, and Mike Myers really tried to do Canadian accent for Shrek, but
He tried to do a Canadian accent?
for Shrek,
Yeah.
yeah, but it didn't work. So then he redid it in Scottish. Yeah.
Okay, so hold on. Did it not work for like the studio? Like,
It just said that he
It's
felt
just-
something was lacking. Yeah, but something really sweet about it is that the Scottish accent he did for Shrek is actually based on the voice his mother would use when reading him bedtime stories as a kid.
oh.
So I think that's very sweet, especially how the movie began, which is
So
a childhood.
that's
story.
that's really nice. That's not what I heard. In
What did
that,
you
like,
hear?
I thought, I think I saw a comment that was like, it's the same voice as Fat Bastard from the Austin Powers thing. And then it's like the same as his mom.
Well, I guess it's just Scottish characters.
Yeah, it's Mike Myers doing the Scottish voice, so that's yeah. But that's just kind of funny. Oh man. Okay, well, speaking of fucking around, the next movie that we watched,
Mm-hmm.
it's just so much, just
Yeah, talk about tonal whiplash from
yeah.
Shrek.
Seriously, this movie. Fuck this movie. That's all I have to say.
I have never hated a fictional character more than this movie, even more than Moash, and I have a fuck Moash mug. So
What's Moash?
Moash is a character from Stormlight Archives.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
This was a test to like the fact that we didn't like turn it off and be like, actually, no, we're not doing this to ourselves. It's like really like, because oh god,
it's a
fuck
testament
this
to
movie.
our strength. No,
Fuck this movie.
yeah,
Honestly.
fuck the characters. A lot of the characters in the movie.
Okay.
Not everybody, but man. Oof.
But what I will say is that this movie, like, the thing I like about movies is that each one will, like, if done well or whatever, like makes you feel different things that you would never feel in your normal life. It would puts you into these places that you would never experience in like your regular like day-to-day life. And so I have to give props to this movie for making me hate life and everything. And like, it's so unfair and horrible and horrific. And like if I take all of those feelings that this movie like made me feel, I'm like, cool. That's I don't want to feel that ever again. But that's something I don't like. I've never experienced that before. So well done, movie, for putting me like making me feel something I've never felt before.
No, absolutely. I mean, that's a great goal for just art to have, is to make you feel things, right? Whether it's good or bad, it doesn't matter. It's just to make you feel things.
Yeah, exactly. So fuck this movie, but
I guess
also good
in
job.
this case it is hate.
No, it's so much more than that, because it's not just that lady in the grocery store.
But that lady was stuck with me for some reason. But yeah, I know what you mean.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh man. So like, as far as like, she was horrible and insane, and like that was its own little monster. Like the fact that, okay, so like it's one thing to like have shot everyone in the vehicle and then go out and get killed by a monster. It's this whole spoilers. This whole other thing. No, I know, it's a joke. This is a whole other thing to like have done that and then get saved.
Yes,
it's insane.
Wait 5 more minutes is.
Like
yeah.
I can't.
Yeah.
Like what?
I know. There's two parts to this though. One thing is that because the way I feel like the editing worked out there, it definitely feels a lot like, oh man, if only they waited for 5 more minutes, you know, and not give up so fast. But somebody did make the argument, a couple of people made this argument, that you don't actually know how long they've been driving.
No, I thought they had been driving for a while. Like
because the movie had to just cut to the next scene.
Yeah, it's true.
So you don't actually know how long a sense of hopelessness has been hanging over people.
Yeah.
In that moment. So that could be one thing. But then again, it is just one tank of gas. Who knows, right? So that is the other part. What made me even more like just, oh God, afterwards was people saying, if you think about it, the crazy lady technically was right.
No.
Because
I refuse.
Sacrificed a boy, right?
I refuse.
I don't want it to be true neither, but it just, I can see that point.
No, I can't. I'll try. I can't. I'm trying. Nope.
It's a fictional story. It's not like we're discovering conspiracies about a real world event.
Yes.
So I think I can buy what people are saying, that, you know, possibly that the lady is right within the story, or the lady turned out to be right within the story, is because the story and the movie is out to make the audience, you know, out to punch the audience in the gut.
Yeah.
That's the whole point. That's the whole thing.
Right. Yeah.
Movie,
so
right?
if she is right, that is just an added punch.
Exactly.
You're
That's
right.
just a twist of the blade. That's it. Yeah.
Ooh.
So I can see why that is an actual, that might be an actual thing. Yeah.
Yeah, fair enough. So the last thing about the mist that I will say is like how insane it was that the woman who just left immediately lived.
Yeah.
Like, that's just another, like you said, like another twist of the knife. It's just, what an insane movie.
Yeah, I mean, that one I can chalk it down to just luck. If more people went with
It's
her,
gotta
maybe they would
be.
have made more noise.
Yeah, it's gotta be just luck.
Yeah.
I don't even know. But also, I think, yeah. Oh gosh, this movie. Fuck this movie. I just can't. Yeah,
All right,
I don't
all right.
want to think about it anymore.
Yeah, let's go for something a lot easier and a lot more heartfelt.
Easier?
Downright pleasant. Compared to this movie, the next film is a fucking blowjob. Like, it's planes, trains, and automobile.
That's a review they haven't had before, probably.
It was adorable, especially the end. It was tragic at some parts.
Yeah. I do get caught up in a lot of the grievances that what's his face's character goes through. Like, throughout the film, I was like pretty irritated with him.
Yeah.
And so,
And I think you're supposed to be. And I think
yes,
no one else could play Dell
yeah,
except for John Candy. Because anybody else who's less likable as a person would just be a villain.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, he's, oh God. But yeah, that whole movie really was like, all that stuff was really worth the wait for the end. And it really paid off.
And just like Marie has been dead for 8 years was such a, oh man, so heartbreaking. And it explains so much. And someone, a lot of people in the comments have said, the way that Dell lives and the way he behaves actually might be explained by the fact that he's just been homeless for 8 years.
Right. Yeah.
In which case, sharing what little you have is like a, right? It's okay. One fuck is an F-bomb.
Uh-huh.
What Steve Martin did, I guess that's like an F nuke.
Yeah.
In 16 seconds, he said the F word 19 times, apparently.
That's amazing. That's it.
And that one scene turned this movie from PG or PG-13 to, I guess, an R.
That's amazing. You know what? I'm so glad that they kept it. Because I think a lot of studios would be like, oh, we got to like reach a wider audience. We got to keep it a certain rating.
Exactly, yeah.
I love that they didn't. I love that they're like, yep, no, he's going to say it a bunch. It's going to be, because like Steve Martin is such like he just looks like a dude that would never say the F word that many times.
And it's such perfectly squeezed in to the film because, like, I mean, I said this literally on camera, but I feel like anyone who's watched this would be, watching it for the first time. Up to that point of the movie, everything he's gone through, I think everyone in their head is thinking, fuck.
Totally.
So then have the characters say it with you is perfect.
Yeah. Yeah. It was a nice little release.
Especially to the woman that was in that scene.
Oh man, customer
We've
service.
all had customer service
people,
like that.
Oh, wow.
It's that's a whole bag a whole can of worms.
Yeah.
Because on one hand, there's no way she would have known the kind of day he had.
No.
And customer service having to deal with shitty customers is not a rare thing.
Totally.
But customers having to deal with shitty customer service is also not a rare thing. So it's
I wonder what's more common. Is that like a shitty customer or a shitty customer service person?
Well, it has to be shitty customer because they're just more customers than customer service in the world.
You're so smart, George. I never would have thought about that. Are they? No.
It doesn't make any sense otherwise. You know what I would have loved to see, though? I want to see maybe a short or something of that customer service lady and her day.
Oh, that would be great.
Peak at this villain coming down at her.
That would be so great.
Oh, man. Yeah, and then her
I would
sending
definitely
him
watch
off
that.
to the middle of nowhere would have been that character's triumphant win, right?
Wow. Yeah. Yeah. I would love to see that. We got to talk about the the what are the pillows? What are the two pillows? Are they his butt? Is it in between
I
his butt cheeks?
if if the spooning was reversed, I would say butt cheek because John Candy's a bigger guy. But
Right.
I don't see Steve Martin having an ass.
But he does.
If I were to imagine his butt, and I can't believe I'm doing it right now on camera,
Yeah,
I
really.
think he's closer to Mick Jagger than pillowy.
Does Mick Jagger not have a butt?
He's famously flat as a board.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Okay. So what are the pillows then?
I think it's his thighs, which means that his hands were brushing against his balls.
So
There, that-
his pillowy thighs. I know. I think it's got to be butt. I vote for butt.
You vote for butt. Sure. I think it's thigh.
I'm gonna get a T-shirt made in like the font of like I vote for Pedro, but like vote for butt. It gave us like some outrageous shit that was totally like when they turned into like skeletons in the car and when he was like wearing the devil costume,
Yeah.
like it just worked. Like I don't know, I can't explain it. It's just up until that point, yeah, we just needed a little bit of crazy and we got it, and it was like it just worked. Like it's
Yeah.
so outrageous and so perfect.
Now we're back to difficult again.
Yeah, another one of my
Less so than-
favorite genres.
Less so than The Mist, for sure. But
Yes.
monsters nonetheless.
Yeah.
Cloverfield.
Another really unique movie.
And apparently I was right. The scene, like right after the party when things just, fan meet shit moment.
Yeah.
That was a sort of a callback to 9/11 of people.
Oh, shit.
Like they actually study footage apparently, like camcorder footage, to try to recreate that feeling of
Whoa.
the rolling of the dust and the panic in the streets and the big
Jesus, that's
explosion in the
heavy.
distance. Yeah.
I mean, I thought it was really well done. I thought the characters were all very like real and believable.
Yeah.
And I can't get over how silly those little spider creatures sounded.
Yeah, those are that really pulled me out of the picture for a bit.
Those were a little like unbelievable. Because I mean, if you're trying to set a tone of like fear and monsters, and then you've got these little guys going like, like it just kind of it I think my favorite moment in the movie was when Lizzie Kaplan, I can't remember her name in the movie, when she exploded in the tent.
Yeah.
I really liked it. I thought that was like, if I were in that movie and if I had to die, I'd be like, that's a really fun way to go. Like if you just explode.
I don't know what else is there to talk about. Everybody said we gotta watch the second one. Apparently it's a whole different movie, but in the same world.
Yeah. I'm very curious about that. So like,
Yeah.
it's still in the same universe, but a totally different, like
It's a whole different genre, apparently.
Yeah, I'm so curious. But yeah, if you guys say it's good, then I think we should definitely add it to the list.
Yeah. Oh, and you were right about one thing in this movie.
Go on.
The found footage would have been shot on an 80-minute tape. That's why the runtime.
Yes.
Do you remember you said that?
Nope. No, I did. But I love being right. No, that's cool. Yeah, that's great.
Okay, let's go to the next one.
Okay.
Next thing.
Oh,
Ooh,
man.
Speaking of
Oh,
not
man.
80 minutes long.
Heat.
Heat. Yeah. Which is what is my house right now, but yeah.
I had no idea what to expect from this movie. at all. Like you watch Cloverfield, we knew the genre. We knew kind of like,
Yeah, it was very obvious from the poster even.
yeah. The Shrek, we knew it was going to be fun. Like, I don't know. Like we had some sort of like, I had no idea what to expect from this movie. And it was so good.
It was amazing. Yes.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh. Yeah.
It's I'm trying to like wrap my head around it because it felt like 3 movies in one.
Yeah, there was
2 movies and a game in one.
Amazing.
there's definitely GTA inspired. Or sorry, the other way around. GTA got inspired a lot by this movie for sure. Like as soon as people mentioned it, I'm like, oh yeah, I remember playing those missions that felt a lot like this movie.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah.
I've never played GTA.
Oh, no.
I mean, I did once, but I just tried to like drive really well. Like I just tried to.
Yeah.
Anyway,
the thing that people do when they run out of things to do in that game.
that's all I did. So I never actually did anything else. Oh, sad.
Oh man, yeah. The gunfight, the shootout, is considered one of the most realistic gunfights ever.
Yeah.
Which makes sense because I don't think there was like any pointless explosions. There wasn't, like stormtrooper level shooting.
Yeah.
At the right time.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
I mean, hot take, watching 2 amazing actors together is really enjoyable. Who'd have thunk it?
Yeah, seriously. But apparently this was the first time the 2 of them has been on screen together.
Really?
Yeah, De Niro and Al Pacino. Apparently that's what people said, that they were in the same movie.
Yeah.
Godfather 2, but they wouldn't have been together in the same scene because they were in 2 different timelines.
Yeah. That's very cool.
Heartbreaking with Natalie Portman.
Seriously. And so out of nowhere. Like, just, oh.
I mean, like, it is and it isn't, though.
Yeah.
Because like, that's, everybody forgot about her, including the audience, I feel like. But that's
exactly
one of the main causes of alt F4ing yourself, because we can't say that word on YouTube apparently, but
No, I think that like, yeah, God, this movie is so smart. Like, because you're right. Like I totally forgot about her.
Somebody phrased this really well. This movie doesn't just show the compulsive focus on the main character and the damage it causes. It makes us a party to it.
Yeah. Totally.
Right. And then that's almost like the whole, or one of the key character flaws for Al Pacino's character.
I think another one of my favorite moments of this movie was when they were at the shipyard and Al Pacino's like, he's looking, he's watching us right now. Like he knows, like
he figured it out.
Yeah. And you say this all the time, but just like how awesome it is to watch competent people do things.
Yes.
And for this, it was like, both Al Pacino and Robert De Niro's characters, so good at what they do. And I still believe that they would be best friends in another time if things were different. I don't know.
Oh, yeah, I know. In a different movie, they would have been, well, father and son, I guess.
Well, they just, but they also just, like, you could just tell that they understand each other so well. And it's just that they're on, like, different sides of the game. But, like, they are so similar.
Let's address the other thing in this video.
Yeah.
A lot of people really loved Robert De Niro. That I said at the end, and a lot of people got really mad that I let out that joke at the climax. I'm sorry that I said that during the climax. How should I say this? Random jokes comes to my mind and leaks out like farts, and not all of them are silent. Sometimes they accidentally make a noise.
Oh God. I don't remember you saying that.
Yes.
That's pretty good. And
man.
good
All
as in
right.
like we were back to like the dad jokes. That's like a dad joke level of.
I know. I'm trying to rethink what was going on in that moment, and I think
I
I know I was absorbed in the moment.
Totally. I
And
know exactly what happened. You were starting to feel real feelings and you had to make a joke.
oh, come on. No, I genuinely was absorbed in the moment, but
Yeah.
this, and I'm pointing at my mouth right now,
She crazy.
sometimes has a mind of its own. Yeah, Caddyshack, starring Bill Murray, Chevy Chase, Rodney Dangerfield, and directed by Cocaine, apparently.
Oh.
According to the comments, apparently.
Oh.
That explains a lot of
It-
why this movie is the way it is.
It really does. It really, really does. The chaotic nature, the nonsensical storytelling, the fucking gopher puppet.
Yeah, I
Oh
still
my
stand
God.
by the fact that it feels like they had a movie, they had a script, they had the whole cast, they were ready to go into production, and then Bill Murray was like, "Yeah, I got time. I'll join this movie." And they're like, "Shit, can we
Oh,
we
it
add a
really
side plot?"
No, it's so true. Like, so the only thing I knew going into this movie is that it had Bill Murray.
Mm,
And then Bill Murray was like not involved in hardly anything that actually like
yeah,
was the
until the last moment.
yeah, it was so funny. Like
Yeah, this
Oh.
this was a crazy movie.
it really was. It really, really was.
Let's address the bottle scene where
Okay.
Chevy Chase. We were like, is he drugging her?
Yeah. Yeah.
Apparently, he was shaking the thing to make it fizzle again because he was too cheap to get a fresh one. That's what that was.
Are we sure about that?
That's what everyone said, which
Really?
makes sense.
Okay.
It makes sense because it doesn't. What, he drugged her, and then the next scene she was happily having sex with him, like nothing happened. That doesn't make any sense,
Yeah. Yeah. It did look
right?
mighty suspicious though.
It did, but that's
Yeah.
what he was actually doing. Is that
Yeah,
he was
fair
putting
enough.
his thumb over the top, and then so that he can shake it,
Okay. Okay.
and then putting the cork or the cap back on. Yeah. What did we talk about? What is there to talk about?
Golf is dumb. No, I'm just kidding. Sorry.
I mean,
No. Actually, okay. So I am story time. I went out for lunch the other day at a golf course, and I was sitting
Why?
there because it's like it's one of the only restaurants.
where you live,
Right.
right? Was it just called restaurant?
It's like the golf course restaurant, and I don't want to tell the story anymore.
The big hill at the end
Yes.
was actually built from scratch for the explosion because the country club didn't want its course blown up.
Of
obviously.
course not. Yeah. Oh my God.
But the pyrotechnic people used too many explosives,
Okay.
which completely destroyed the hill and caused planes flying by to report the explosion.
That's
they thought a plane had
insane.
crashed.
Oh my God. Oh my God. That's too good.
It's again production by Cocaine. That makes sense.
Jesus. Yeah. It was interesting to see I can't remember his name, god damn it. But the old guy, like
Ted Knight's character.
Ted
The judge?
Knight. Yes.
Yeah.
It was interesting to see him so unlikable. And I think I said this while we were filming because I only know him from this like old TV show.
Okay.
Where he plays a news anchor who's just like really kind of like he's very innocent but very stupid.
Mm-hmm.
And it was just so that's like all I knew him as. And then in this it's like I still see him, but he's evil a little bit.
A little bit.
Yeah.
That's interesting. Yeah, I mean, I have no idea who that is. Like, I've never seen him prior to this movie. So, yeah, okay. Is that it?
I think so.
Have we run out of things to say, or has the audience run out of fucks to give?
Are they even still here? Are you still here? Oh my god. Comment
All right.
yes if you're still here.
Okay, let's wrap it up.
Yeah, okay. I think we can cut this out too, but it would be really fun to make a song that's like, and those are the movies we watched in the month of dun dun dun. Like a little like, you know.
There you go, Simone sang.
No, we're cutting that out. That's not even singing. It's
All right,
talking.
we're done. Bye.
Bye.